Do you want to be in it or not?
I got a nice shot of fire. No, I want you to be in it. I just didn't want to offend your privacy. I think you'll have a nice shot that way. What do you think of my outfit? Kind of looks more exciting on the camera. I can fire an arrow over. Alright. Think I can hit my phone? That'd be hilarious. Am I steering you off? I don't know. Nice firing. Probably getting shit for that. Nice one. Nice and warm on the buttons. Let's see. Maybe we can get some light going on this. There we go. So, well, for shooting in the dark, that's not bad. Looks like I pulled to the right a bit. But still, for in the dark, that's pretty good. Anyway, that's probably enough of that for one day. The neighbors will get excited. But anyway, the fire is lovely. And this selfie stick is pretty nice, I gotta say. It's a selfie stick who's lost its way. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, look at that. Illuminated by fire. This will become known as my 18th subscriber extravaganza. Because spooky. Yes. Apparently I have 18 subscribers now, and that is exciting. Because I only have another 18. So I need 982 more subscribers to make $6 a month, if I understand things correctly. So like and subscribe. No, you don't. Just don't. Fuck that shit. Oh dear. Anyway, lovely day to have a fire in your backyard. And anyone who reads Zen and the Art of Archery will understand firing arrows into the dark. So, with that, go with that. There, come on now. There you go. So. Are we rolling? Are we rolling? Okay. The reason that I'm recording this fire particularly is that I'm burning a Hammond A100, I think. It's not a B3, I'm not burning a B3, but this organ has been like a boat anchor around my neck for 20 years with no value whatsoever. Not one bit. And I suppose I could have recycled it to somebody who's an enthusiast or whatever, but I'm burning it. I'm not burning the amp. So all the vacuum tube parts I carefully took out, and the reverb unit I took out because they're sort of classic in a certain way, and they don't take up a huge amount of room, whatever, or have wasps nest in your porch. I put it out on my porch, and I noticed a few wasps going in it, and so I squirted some wasp killer in there. Like, I look at the wasp can, it's like fucking mint in a can. What the fuck is mint in a can going to do to a wasp nest? It's got to be fucking gasoline in a can. Where did the balls of the chemical industry go? Anyway, so I put fucking mint in a can and the fucking, oh god damn it, it's hot. Bad, Hammond, bad. So I put the mint in there, and then the boy is saying, oh yeah, we'll put more mint in there. I still see wasps going in there. So I pull it away from the wall, and I take off the back masonite board off the fucking organ, which has been on my boards for a year, because I'm an idiot, of course. And I take off the insulation, and isn't there a wasp's nest bigger than I ever have even seen exist for wasps' nests that has filled the entire negative space in the A100's back portion? And I couldn't believe it. It's like, oh dear. So, of course, I had disturbed them. So I ran away. Anyway, we ended up destroying the wasp's nest. I got stung, Kelsey got stung. We'll just leave it at that. However, the burning of the Hammond organ is something that I would like to not document, journal, record. There's a word for it. I want to come back and watch the organ burn again. The wasp stings that I got from dealing with that problem literally were disquietingly painful for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. They bit my belly button and they bit my ankle, and I remember exactly because it hurt for so long. Spider bites last for a week. I've had a spider bite on my knuckle that made me want to chop my finger off for a week. But after a week, it was gone. The wasp bite, I was still trying to dig wasp bits out of it. After 3 weeks, those sons of bitches. Anyway, so for what it's worth, I will look back on the Hammond organ burning with a certain sense of satisfaction, although I feel bad about having sentenced an antique instrument to death. It was a pain in my ass and a boat anchor around my neck. I also have an 1875 harmonium in my parents' garage that's had a raccoon die in it because I insisted on saving it, but I couldn't put it in my house, so I put it in my parents' garage, and then it died from having a fucking garage spring launched at its head while trying to hide from my efforts. Man, God teaching me a lesson, because if that spring had hit me in the head, I would have looked as bad as that raccoon. But like, talk about bad luck, of course. I undid the garage door spring with my head around the corner, knowing that it might go sprung, but having no real idea how much tension was on that spring, and it let go, and I'm pretty sure it hit the raccoon in the head, and its brains were not all inside its skull, and it was still moving around. However, life as a raccoon is not always the best, so I didn't warn you. There's no wood like A100 organ wood. In case anyone's interested, I couldn't let myself burn the music rack because it's got a nice little hinge and a board on it and stuff. It didn't sting me in the stomach. The dregs from the wasp's nest were like beehive wax and stuff, and fucking raccoons came along and ate every last little bit. And I came out the next morning to clean it up, and there was a few scraps of brown paper on the deck. And no beeswax. I mean, it doesn't matter. Wasp wax? It doesn't matter how much you like wasp's wax. If you just eat a bunch of wax, that's going to cause some gastrointestinal upset as far as Pepto-Bismol people are concerned. I suppose there's a possibility that Darcy's watching this. I salute you, Darcy. And there's a spot here at the fire. The spiritual indigenous. I'm an indigenous Scotsman, but this is my spirit fire in case the cooking fire shtick doesn't work out when the fire department shows up. This is Canada, after all, and I'm having a fire in Toronto, so that's it's too close to having fun. But Chief, you should have a washtub fire when you come for a visit. Jesus Christ, it could be Christmas. Unless the Canadian Parliament votes not to let Americans into the country. Because we don't like your money anymore. You fucks. I was thinking I guess it was just today, you have these sort of semi-lucid moments where you're lying in bed in the morning. And I was rethinking the quartet that you and I had at, the fuck was it? Ontario Youth Concert Band. You and Rachel and Rena and I had a quartet of eating and whatever, which was it was Darcy, you and Rachel. I had such a crush on Rena. I always had a crush on Rena. Jewish chicks, eh? Speaking of Jewish chicks, the only oil I could afford at the grocery store was organic Ukrainian sunflower oil, which is like $12 for 3 liters. So, unless they're lying, it's probably tank oil, and they don't care that they mislabel it. But I can drink it, thinking that sunflower oil from Ukraine is organic and not contaminated with anyway, that's for you. That was a fun time. We did do a little bit of drinking in that stupid bar downstairs that was right next to the place where we were sleeping. Oh dear, we must have spent a lot of money, and it didn't seem like anybody seemed to care that we were, however old we were. Funny though. Smart people look at the world with a cocked eye. You are one of those people, I believe. Oh, look at that. The longer we sit here, the longer the A100 sinks into the bucket.
wind is picking up.
I've been wanting to burn that grapevine for a while. Grapevines. Looking everywhere every year. It's itch. Yeah. So I cut down that grapevine. Huge long twigs of it that big around. This one has a bit of wire attached. That's a fine piece of A100. I think the organ was like solid maple or something. There were some chipboard parts of it, but most of it was solid fucking maple. There's something. I chainsawed it apart. I'd had enough of that fucking thing with the watch nest. There's no way it was going to survive. I would like to, for the record, state commendation to the washed up company. Unless it explodes in my face this second, it has done extremely well. It has burned a lot of shit in there. And it has not yielded it. Even the bottom's still on. I don't understand that. Tin? Sorry, I got galvanized tin. What can I put up with all that? You can digitize this someday so you can sit down